What's up, guys? This is Anarchy Falcon bringing you my Magika DragonKnight build for non-vet PvP. So we're gonna first start off going over the skills you're gonna run. You're gonna run Flame Lash on your front bar. Lash enemy with flame, dealing 4,099 flame damage. If you strike enemy that is immobile or stunned, you set them off balance. So when you set them off balance and you lash them again, you deal 5,125 flame damage. You stun them for 2 seconds and you heal for 8,958 over 2 seconds. So yeah, this is going to be one of my primary sources of DPS. You're going to run Drain Essence. Drain Essence, it is a good, pretty good heal. We're mostly using this just as a stun. So what you want to do is like you use it as a stun, you animation cancel with a block, and then you want to flame lash him. Flame lash him or use burning embers on him. Our next move is going to be Burning Talons. So make sure you morph it into that. So this is going to be a great way to keep your enemies in place while you're lashing them and putting the dots on them. It's really helpful, especially against big groups of people. Like if you're fighting like 3 people at once, you can claw them and then shift around them and attack them and kill them one at a time. So yeah, it's a great move. The thing you want next is Burning Embers. This is going to put a little dot on them, so you're going to slash them, dealing 2,256 flame damage, and an additional 7,176 flame damage over 10 seconds, and heals you for 71% of damage inflicted. So yeah, that's another really good move, because now you're going to have 2 heals coming in already just from Burning Embers and Flame Lash. And you also can get a heal from Drain Essence. They're all DPS moves too. And what you're going to want is Engulfing Flames, which is Flame Breath. So you're going to morph it into the Magika version. And you're going to be dealing 1,902 flame damage to enemies in front of you. And an additional 4,965 flame damage over 10 seconds. So affected enemies take 7% additional damage from all flame attacks. So when you first start off fighting somebody, you're definitely going to want to put these 2 dots on them. You want to talon them, put these dots on them, and then flame whip them until they die. And once you see them get to low health, make sure you stun them with Drain Essence, and then Flame Lash. So that's the main combo for your front bar. And for the ultimate, you're going to run Standard of Might. So this calls down a flaming battle center that deals 1,640 flame damage each second to nearby enemies, and afflicts them with Major Defile, which reduces the effectiveness of healing on them by 30%. The Standard also increases your damage by 17% and reduces damage dealt to you by 17%. So this right here, this is an amazing ultimate. Like, it's been countless times where I've been able to wipe people in 1v5s or 1v10s just because of this ultimate. So yeah, that's my front bar. Next is my back bar. I run Molten Ornaments. So that's going to give you your major sorcery, increasing your spell damage by 20% for 37 seconds. And when you heavy attack, it increases your damage by 40%. So yeah, like every time your heavy attacks does 40% more damage. I chose this morph because I usually weave in heavy attacks in between my flame lashes and my burning embers. But you can also use the other morph, which gives your allies the major sorcery and major brutality as well, if you want that. The next thing you're going to want is Igneous Shield. This is gonna give you a little damage shield, but it's it's mostly for the major mending, increasing your healing done by 25%. So every time you're low on health, you gotta make sure you pop the igneous shield, and then coagulating blood. Sorry, I can't say that word. So it's gonna draw your draconic blood to heal you for 33% of your missing health. So make sure you pop this first, and then the blood, so it gives you a bigger heal. The next move you're gonna want to run is Reflective Scale. So this is gonna really help you against people who shoot a lot. Well, people with destruction staffs and bows, because you usually come across a lot of Magika Nightblades using the destruction staff, and they could really hurt you. So this helps against that. Or you can use Mist Form right there as well as a quick escape, so that works too. Next thing you're gonna want is your Volatile Armor. That's gonna give you your extra physical and spell resistance. And with this morph, it sprays fire damage around you. Well, magic damage. So that can help put another little dot on them, adding on to your additional dots that you put it on them. And then your next, what you want for your ultimate on your back bar is Ferocious Leap. So when you jump, it gives you a damage shield. So yeah, this is another great ultimate, especially if you're about to die and you're out of resources. You can jump, you can use your Ferocious Leap and then pop a potion, a Magika potion, so you can heal yourself back up really quickly and continue the fight. Now for passives, of course you're going to want all of the passives in each of these skill lines. So yeah, especially this ultimate Battle Roar, you got to make sure you get this ultimate, because as you can see, activating this ultimate restores health, magicka, and stamina in amount increased by 35% of the ultimate's cost. So you're going to get a lot of resources back, especially with this ultimate. This is 250, really expensive ultimate. So when you pop this, you pretty much get all your resources back. So make sure you do that. But in the later builds, you're gonna definitely want to eventually try to get Inhale. You're gonna mainly want Inhale, and you're gonna need Petrify, because you can pop Dragon Talon and then Petrify them and whip them. So eventually you're gonna move on to those two moves. You're gonna want your passives for your one hand and shield as well, which I need to go get some skill points because I have none in there. On your back bar, by the way, you can also run Resto Staff instead of one hand and shield on both bars. And you can use Steadfast Ward, which you're gonna morph into Healing Ward, and Mutagen. So for this build also, you're gonna run Heavy Armor. You're gonna want to be a Vampire, and you're gonna also want to be a Dark Elf. Dark Elf works out the best for this build because you get the max magicka, and you get the max magicka and flame resistance, another one. So that's two moves that increases your max magicka. And you also get increased flame damage, which is going to be really good for your Flame Lash and Burning Embers.
Take a break.
And also you can run Meteor right here. But I find that standard it might hit a little harder in the non-vet PvP, especially against groups. So I'll say make sure you eventually farm Meteor, because when you're in the 40s range it will hit a lot harder, and you can replace it with standard or might. So let's get into the armor sets. What you're gonna run is 5 Seducer, 5 Kagurnak. Dragonknight soap. And if you can't get your get someone to craft you Dragonknight soap, or you can't craft it yourself, you can run Magnus and Magnus and Seducer, as you can see here. So you're gonna need some divines and pin to help it with your critical resistance. It'll really help you defend. And you're gonna want sharpen on your weapon so you get that extra spell penetration.
Take a break.
For the Mundus stone, you're gonna need. You can use Atronach, increase your magical recovery, or you can try out the increased max magica, but I find it better that you just use the magical recovery. And the jewelry, we're gonna run Elegant. So Elegant works out really well. Gives you that spell damage and magica, max magica. You can like just farm this. You can farm this in Oridon. So if I go to my map, you can go to this domain right here and it drops Elegant jewelry. So make sure you get that jewelry, or you can run Transmutation, which increases your magical recovery as well, which you can buy here at the Elite Gear vendor. Unidentified Hughes Bane jewelry for 20k alliance points. So I can try for it right now, see what I get. It's all random as well, so. Oh, I got a Necklace of the Vicious Death. So that works out. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the video today. Like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you later.